Hi guys, kumusta kayo? It's almost a week since we had the enhanced community quarantine, and I know most of us are kind of bored. Well, talagang naboboard naman talaga tayo kasi for the first time in our lives, especially for those who are working, we are forced, really, it's some kind of a forced situation to be able to stay in our own homes. And this is one way actually for us to help stop the fast spread of the coronavirus. And staying at home, the first few days I felt na parang, oh my gosh, anong gagawin ko? Hindi ako sanay na nasa bahay lang, and ano mga activities yung pwede kong gawin. And the hard thing of living in the city is that once you are confined to the four corners of your house, it's like you are so suffocated kasi because hindi ka makalanghap ng sariwang hangin, hindi ka makakain ng sariwang pagkain, you have to buy almost everything. Unlike sa province, you can get some vegetables, you can get fresh sea catch for a cheaper amount. And this ECQ is really teaching us something. Ako personally, I've learned na okay din pala yung once in a while sa buhay natin, especially kung super busy tayo at work or kung ano naman iba't ibang ganap natin sa buhay, is that we spend some time to be at home, to internalize, magmuni-muni tayo, magplano, and mag-look back what we have done in the past. Ano ba yung mga bagay-bagay na pwede nating ayusin na soon, pag natapos ang lahat ng ito, we will do it step by step. Also, one good thing about here in this situation is that kapag kasama mong pamilya mo, that's a very precious time for you to spend time with one another, especially yung mga parents na they are most away on the normal days because of work, because of the demands of the business. And now that ECQ is fully implemented almost nationwide, this gives time for the parents to bond with their children, with their kids, and there is a relationship being built in this situation. As for those single individuals like me, one realization that I've got from this situation is that it gives me time to think on what really matters most in life, and it gives me time to reflect, gives me more time to have my daily devotion, pray a lot to God, read the Bible. It's very important because if you are always on the go on your normal routines, you are busy and all that, medyo kailangan mo talagang paglaanan ng oras yung spiritual life mo, because it's very important, and your spiritual life needs to grow from one level to another. And this almost a month quarantine, it really helps me to go back to the basic and start praying more every day, reading the Word of God. And every time I read the Bible, it's like there's something new in it. I already read the Bible cover to cover for so many years since I was a kid, because my dad is a pastor and I was raised up in a Christian environment. So I knew a lot about the Bible, but reading it now in this special season is something new to me. Like, there is something new about the Bible that always amazes me, and I was like, oh, alam ko to, it really happens. It happened in my life before and it's happening now. So ang dami kong realization, and I'm confident though that by the grace of God, none of my family members, none of my loved ones will get affected with coronavirus. But it's important for us to take precautionary measures. So yung sanitation, yung stay at home ka lang. So ayun, and I'm looking forward to have this outbreak and so soon. Sana matapos na to, because mahirap din you are being taken away from your normal routines. Kasi yung normal routines natin sa buhay, it's what keep us busy, keep us inspired. It gives us something to look forward to. But this ECQ, the good thing about here is that merong magagandang actually resulta. Like I've read on the news online, several articles online na mas naging less polluted ang Metro Manila or even other countries, mas naging peaceful, mas nabawasan ang crime rate. Ano pa ba? Mas luminis ang paligid, and people really started to care for each other. People are offering their services for free. If they have a car, they can offer it to someone else na kailangan ng transport service. They are sharing in this point of time, and it's good because lumalabas yung pagiging matulungin ng bawat isa sa atin. And ako, syempre, I'm a government employee. I always look forward to go back to my regular working routines, going around the country, doing projects with private stakeholders, helping people, helping Filipino young learners through various programs and projects. And I don't know if it's going to happen so soon after what has happened. Siguro pagbalik namin ng office, we will like start a new plan, things ahead, something like that. And of course, I'm far away from my family, so I've been somehow been worried about my mom and dad kasi they are old, and actually they are the ones prone with the infection of this virus. So all I do is just pray and lift them up to God, and yun, I always keep on checking on them, reminding them, especially my mom kasi she loves to go out. Ang dami niyang ganap dun sa Pinagbuhatan, Pasig, and and my dad, he conducts Bible study every weekend, so I keep on reminding him to observe social distance, avoid people in a way na you don't need to be in close interaction with them. And I believe this pandemic will soon be over. I can feel it. And I've been reading some articles related to Bible prophecies, and some sort of countdowns on the end of the world, but some of the Bible scholars said it's not yet the end of the world, so we have nothing to worry about. But this is somehow a moment for us to be on the lookout on what's going to happen, and because I believe there are worst things that will about to happen in this world. Kumbaga, wala pa tong pandemic. In the past years, many pandemics happened all over the world, and it killed a lot of people all over the world. But this one is not really something new. So, nangyari naman talaga. And plagues, famines, wars, kung ano-ano pa dyan. It's all in the Bible. And these dramatic events of the world is something that we can be on the lookout. Parang sort of, we can be vigilant on what's going on around us, and we should be, aware that, darating talagang time na mag-end ang world, because the world itself, the planet Earth is very, very old. So does the sun. And, well, just like anything under the sun or in this universe, meron talagang katapusan ng mga bagay-bagay. So, almost a week. My regular routines at home is just, of course, I do some exercise, time for me to do Zumba every now and then, some lifts, and cooking. Basically, I become more creative, and at this point in time, I decided to create some home cooked meals na healthy pa rin kahit papano. For example, like talbos ng kamote, ginisa sa sardinas, and then or talbos ng kamote with sardinas, and you make it like a filling sa lumpiang gulay mo. Parang yun ang palaman mo sa lumpiang gulay mo instead of the regular toge. And also, I read some books more on educational kasi I have to refresh what I've already studied way back in elementary and high school and college. Every now and then we need to, refresh our in-store knowledge kasi nakakalimutan yan. And what else? Of course, time for me to plan things ahead? Ano bang gusto kong ma-accomplish sa buhay ko after the ECQ is lifted and after the pandemic has totally been, eradicated. Wala na yung virus, wala nang infected, wala nang, gumaling na yung mga na-infect. So, it gives me time to plan things, achievable things. And I decided not to plan big time. I decided to plan mga bagay-bagay na possible ko ma-achieve by the grace of God in a matter of 1 to 2 years. So, I stopped planning long term. Mahirap na. We don't know what's going to happen. But I believe naman, sabi naman sa Bible, all things work together for those who love God. So, I'm pretty confident na even though I don't plan that much big time, I don't plan that much long term, I know yung plans ni God for me, plans to prosper me, not to harm me, plans to give me hope in the future will really happen in my life. And I have nothing to worry about. So, that's all guys. I hope I inspired you somehow, and I hope this is the season in your time wherein you can reflect more on what really matters most in life, and this is the season in your time wherein you are fully tuned in to the presence of God, so that magkaroon ka ng peace of mind at mawala yung worries mo sa buhay mo sa kabila ng mga nangyayari sa ating bansa na hindi maganda. So that's it, and I'll see you again in this next video. Bye-bye!